What's up, Kenny?
Ugh, oh, hell no.
What's that?
Fishing like that.
Throw that shit outside.
Huh?
Throw it outside, bro.
You know what? Here. Oh, that.
Fish?
You know, bro. Got me some Chinese food though.
What?
Last night, the walk. Hell good though.
Where's that?
I don't know. They charged me an extra motherfucking $8 because I'm far away. Fucking DoorDash. You know, well, they tried to. If you have gas fast, they just fucking cancel it. Oh my god.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh man.
Paul's gonna be jumping in here in a little bit. He asked me to get the meeting going for everybody.
How you doing?
Hi everyone, how you doing?
Good morning.
Oh man.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Matt, was your birthday or not?
Yeah, I'm older again.
Man, you look younger. How you do that?
Look at the hairline, bro. It don't look younger. It's going away. My forehead's growing. I'm
A little
getting
bit of miracle. A little miracle girl on that bad boy. You're fine.
Get the spray.
Well, we are in the same boat for sure.
It's all good. Part of the ride, right?
But last call, it was in person or you did it online? Because when I tried to connect, there was like, it will be in person.
Oh yeah, it was just the screen hadn't been updated.
Okay.
So because I think last week there was a meeting at the Elk Grove office. I don't remember. I think that's what happened. So
That's okay. You survived without me.
barely.
We didn't thrive though.
That's a fact.
We didn't thrive, Federico.
That is a fact. So how's everybody doing? What do we got?
Okay.
Nothing.
Contract I'm trying to do in Spanish. You know that.
Oh yeah. How's that going?
It is. We'll get it done. The contact that we have, Erica, she's itching to get it done. Trying to be super helpful, but I'm just not sure it's.
It's a tough deal, man. I mean,
It is. I'm gonna have
it's
to.
been listed for over a year, and it's not even a complete building. So
I asked, like, I chat GPT my questions in Spanish, and I actually got a hold of Maria. Erica went down there, and she got on the phone, got her to get on the phone, and I was like, hey, I'm from California. I have a little accent. I can speak some Spanish.
Rata.
And I just asked her to check her email, right? And like, hey, is this building salvageable? Did you pay for architectural plans? These are all things to consider when pricing. Does it need to be demoed? Just simple things like that, the status of the construction. And she has not responded in English or in Spanish. So
Wow.
If you want help with Spanish translation, I'd be more than happy to run it by folks that are Spanish speakers as a first language, if that's helpful.
yes.
Okay.
So I'll reach out. I could see that potentially being more than likely being something that needs to happen.
Yeah. If you want someone full-time on it, I can get you a full-time translator. If it's like quick translation, then
It's just quick. I just need to make sure she understands what she's signing. I know that's not my job, but looking out for our interests on the PDF side, I'm not trying to have her sign something, later come back and be like, oh, they bamboozled me. I meant to lease my property. I wasn't trying to sell it.
Yeah, and Steven, if I can be of any help,
Okay.
I speak Spanish, so happy to help. Yeah,
Perfect. Appreciate you all.
sure.
Oh,
basically anything Spanish, Team Florida can help you with.
you would think Team California over here would have it on lock, but
No.
I don't trust anybody here. No. I really don't. I looked through my little Rolodex and I was like, I realized that some of the relationships I have are just a little too close. like family, friends, and stuff. Just don't want to mix the business with pleasure.
In chat, we trust.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Steve, I might have another one coming your way today.
Okay.
Concord.
Oh yeah, right there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I have
shoot
a
it.
question, Paul. Well, whenever it's, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I can help answer it, but yeah, my name's Matt, but yeah, I'm holding it open for Paul. But go
Okay,
ahead.
It
okay. I
says
didn't
Paul
see.
though.
I cannot see the picture.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, Matt. Thank you. So we are. Eve and I are co-brokering a deal for a multifamily, for a multifamily. And I mean, the client, I mean, anybody here, if you have certain opportunities. So even we need to act relatively fast because the potential client needs to invest. They are looking to invest into a multifamily unit, right? So what would be the best way to get, as fast as possible, good multifamily deals?
so you
You know,
said timing is of the essence. Is this an exchange?
no, it's they are looking to invest. They are looking to invest, but they need to invest in something because they are part of an investment group. So they need to invest sooner than later. Um, it's not that quick. We don't need to make it that fast, but we want to take the opportunity, right? Because if we are not the ones who get the opportunity, someone else will get it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
We
Um,
have two Georgia-based deals that we're going to present them. It would be good if we could also present in other areas of the country, just to give them a little diversification. The group has a lot of investment in Texas. They're trying to move away from Texas. And we obviously are going to present some of our Florida deals also. But to echo what Ari's saying, if there's any deals in California that you happen to have or elsewhere in the US that are specifically multifamily, their price point is relatively substantive. They normally do 80 to 100 million deal. And basically because it's 4 or 5 families all involved in this group, it's kind of, there's one person that hasn't really gotten a deal yet, so he's itching. And that's where hopefully we all come in.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm not the best person for this, but I immediately think of like, are they concerned about like rent control laws or what? I mean, are they willing to weather any of that storm? Are they looking for more landlord-friendly states to invest money since they're stuck on that multifamily asset class?
I think they're relatively open. The biggest thing that they said to us is they have zero interest in ground up. So they want pre-existing buildings. They're not shy about converting. So one of the deals we're going to present them is currently a hotel that they can convert to multifamily that's already received the appropriate zoning and approvals. But in general, if folks have anything in their back pocket that might potentially be of interest, that's a fulsome multifamily. Unfortunately, they're not looking for like smaller scale. So this is very much a larger play of either, several properties under one umbrella or just a very large building. But if anybody has any ideas, please reach out to either Ari or myself. We're hoping to put together a package for them mid next week if possible.
Okay. Have you
Do
already
you
been through everything on CoStar?
Yeah, they're really specific about off market. So what we
Mm.
found them so far is, off market. But in general, it's from folks that are not currently at EXP. So if we have any deals from the EXP family, we want to make sure we're including that as well.
Yeah, I might have someone to put you in touch with.
Thank you.
Yep.
do you have any cap rate target? How many units?
Like
And
everybody,
what, like
Yeah.
B, C, add value?
They'd love a B or higher. They'd love if we could be somewhere in the 6-7 range. I feel like all of the folks that we hear from want the same things. We have hotel developments, Rob, to your point, we have a few hotels in Miami. We have one hotel in Fort Myers. We had a big hotel in Mexico that is currently under negotiation, so.
I hope that goes through for you.
No, it's not with us.
Oh,
I know. Both Ari and I had a breath on that one. But that's okay. The next one.
yeah.
But yeah, Federico, if you have anything in California, we are all ears.
Please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I got a tenant rep for a coffee shop in Irvine. I never really looked for that, but I'm guessing in CoStar I could just look for something, or does anybody have ideas? He wanted to be next to the university there, and he said he'll buy the equipment once he gets the space leased. Just wondering if anybody has done a coffee shop or has any ideas on how to approach. I'm pretty new to that tenant rep side of things.
Cam's really good at that stuff. Christopher.
Who is?
Cam Iwasa.
Oh yeah, I spoke to Cam on a business. Okay.
Yeah,
Did he go to Irvine?
yeah, he's really familiar with that area, and he's done a lot of tenant rep in that
Okay.
realm.
Okay. I'll give him a buzz.
Hey
Thanks, Matt.
everyone. Just yesterday we meet with a guy do mineral rights in 1031 exchange. So if you ever have a 1031 exchange that left some boot money and doesn't know where to book that money to, we have someone to talk to. Mineral rights in 1031 exchange, or first time mineral rights buyers as well. Yep.
Is there a certain dollar amount?
Not really. Last time there's one time that he did for like family member of 25,000 investment.
So he's purchasing shares of the property. That would be the boot, Phil.
The boot, let's say you have like 2 million left from the 1031 exchange, so he will look for the mineral right
Oh,
that fit that $2 million, so you don't have to pay the capital, the gain, the tax on that gain. Because obviously with $2 million, maybe somewhere you can buy a property, but somewhere you might not be able to. So yeah.
Hey guys, quick, and Matt, you may know, do we have a list of, because I always forget who's in Southern California. I always believe everybody's in Northern California. And I get it so mixed up of who's in Southern California and who I can refer things to.
yeah, I know.
I am South
Federico,
California.
Christopher, you.
Okay.
What area?
Christopher, you're muted. Where, okay, Federico, are you in the Los Angeles County area?
That's right. I'm in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles.
Okay, got it. Christopher, and you are,
I'm in Irvine.
okay, Orange County. Okay,
Yep.
got it. This helps. Anyone else in Southern California? Okay, okay. Okay, got it, got it. Because I just referred out a multifamily, but it was in Southern California, but I forget who's in Southern California. Okay, got it.
Actually, LJ, that's crazy too, because I had a couple opportunities for stuff that's like to the right of Los Angeles, and I never know how far you go. So I think just the overall issue of understanding where areas people cover too, just in general, would be good.
Yeah, for me, it depends on the product. So
Sure.
say like this lease that they were talking about, Christopher was talking about in Irvine. I wouldn't travel to Irvine for a lease. So that would be something, if it came across my desk, I would refer it out. Multifamily, I refer all multifamily out. Industrial, I don't travel for industrial, but I'll go as far as I'll cover the San Bernardino County.
Okay.
And if it's medical and funeral homes, so in the death care industry, I'll cover the entire Southern California area from the state line, from state line to San Diego.
Okay.
So regarding multifamily, you can definitely contact me. I worked over 7 years with a family office and big multifamily guy. So we acquired over $150 million in like few years.
Okay, perfect.
So we
And then
understand a little bit how to evaluate it, how to add value, and how to negotiate it.
okay, perfect. And then just kind of learning everybody's specialties in the areas that they're in. So even if because I know a lot of us are generalists, but I know everybody has a specialty that they know. They just, that's their thing and they understand it. So I'm probably just going to make myself a spreadsheet and I'll reach out to everybody to find out I know everybody's a generalist, but what area do you cover and what's your absolute specialty? Because then as far as the area you cover, I can still send stuff in that area, but if it's a specialty, then I could reach out to that particular person.
That's a great idea, LG.
We're also, I don't know how many of you are on Slack, but we've been working on, me, Megan, and Paul have been working on the Slack group for the PDF group. And I'm just waiting on Paul's permission to release that. But when you get that link and you join the group in Slack, in the bios, just make sure to put all that information so we won't have to keep an active spreadsheet. And it'll all be in there. You can put in whatever. And I do encourage everyone to utilize Slack. Slack is a great communication tool, not a great listing tool. But the overall idea is 80,000 EXP agents have to download Slack. And we're trying to funnel some of that business into our group. And so with you being there on the ground floor, the most important thing for any ecosystem online is that it's active. So as we open that and then get people in there, I encourage people to post and answer questions. We're keeping it pretty small just to start off, just so we can work out the kinks. But
is it open now? I'll try to jump in now.
It's open now. I just don't want to share the link without Paul giving me the okay.
Okay.
So yeah, another communication tool for everyone to try to use. But it
is Workplace still up, or did they shut that down?
It's going to get shut down. Meta's shutting that down. I don't know if it's still up. I actually haven't. Once I found out it was going away, I kind of just fizzled off of it. It was pretty cool, but Slack is not a replacement for that. They are not a one-to-one. And so them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of having a learning curve with Slack. I think it was a little bit more optically easier to navigate in Workplace.
It's not the same. You have to remove that mental model that they're the same one-to-one. Workplace is a great posting tool for anything like that. Slack is communication. Slack takes the place of, it takes text, email, video conferencing, and calling and puts it all into one. So if everybody was using Slack, there'd be no need for a bunch of the other communication, but it does not take the place of being able to list and search for listings and opportunities.
Slack is like AIM, not to like age myself, but like it's like AIM or like, GChat or stuff.
It's great because, like, say we had a new, confidentiality form that we wanted to share in this meeting. You share that in this meeting chat, it goes away as soon as the chat goes away. We drop that in the group Slack, it's there forever. Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's cool.
It's great for file sharing and communication. But if you're thinking they sort of marketed it as a one-to-one replacement for Workplace, I was in tech for over a decade. It's certainly not even close. So.
Do you get alerts for certain groups like Workplace
You
did?
can. You can set that up, and you can also set to away so you get no alerts. So
okay. Yeah, I'm kind of working with it. I have some referral, like a residential referral for a buyer's agent, and then there's like land in Arizona, so it's kind of probing it.
Yeah, but the Slack, it's not meant to have 1,000 rooms or 1,000 channels like that, like sort of like the EXP one does. It's not meant for that. So
thanks, Steve.
Okay. Yep. Thanks, Stephen. Thank you. Ari, are you in Mexico? Okay.
I am in Florida, in North Miami. However, we do have a network in Mexico, including EXP agents now in Mexico.
Okay. I have a
Yeah.
condo that's gonna come up. I'm not gonna list it. It's in Mexico, in Rosarita.
Rosarito.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, I
So
have there is just a agent that just joined the team in Mexico, EXP team. So if you want, you can, I can connect you to her who does residential in Mexico.
perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
I'm learning a lot. And I know, Eva, you are well-rounded, so I can probably just hit you with anything.
To be fair, Ari and I work together on a lot of stuff, and then Ari sponsors an agent in Mexico, so we're all related.
Correct.
I love
We are
it.
related,
I love
definitely. We are. We
it.
are.
I love it. I would just email everybody. And then I saw Rob was talking about a hotel site, but that's in NorCal only, correct? Let's see. Yeah, NorCal only. Okay. Anyone else looking for hotel land sites? Possibly in Southern California?
I wouldn't mind you sharing the details with me. That's Mary over here. I'm not
Okay.
currently looking, but I have investors for that. So if I had the details, I would be able to tell you or approach them.
Okay, perfect. It's a pad, an out pad behind the Texas Row House. I'll let you know.
Okay.
And everybody's email is their first names dot last name at EXP Commercial.
Yes.
Awesome. You guys are great.
Mine is slightly different, LJ. Mine is my business. I'll put it in here right now.
Okay.
Me too.
What else?
Is there like a central place where you guys are sharing a summary of deals that are off market, or your buyer needs? Is that in the Slack channel, or does the PDF group have a side channel or something where we're talking about, or is that what we just do in these meetings?
We do have a channel. I'm not making it live yet. I'm waiting for Paul to give me the
Okay.
Yeah,
go-ahead.
soon to come.
Yeah.
Things soon to come, Mary. Great question.
You're here on the cusp of us taking on new technology or old new technology.
Great.
What else? What are
Kim
we
and
doing
I
for
do,
lead
so I'm
gen?
just kind of over here in the background listening to everyone, but I'm Kimberly.
Hi,
Kimberly.
very nice
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
y'all.
How's lead gen going for everyone?
What is your lead gen?
Lead generation? Yeah, I mean, kind of depends on what you're focusing in on, right? I guess everybody probably has a different scope of work that they prefer, like LJ just talked about the asset classes that she will do, that she won't do, the geography in which she'll operate in. So I'm just curious as far as if people want to share some of their lead gen strategies, because, I cut my teeth in residential and did a ton of cold calling, and I just can't stand it anymore.
That's
So
all I want to do right now. I'm trying to figure out what the technology is to help set me up, because I think it's probably the most effective thing that we could do would be to just dump a bunch of numbers after doing, pull out, we have this, come together and have this conversation, talk about our buyer needs. And then if you tell me it's in my area, I would love to circle prospect my area for your need. If I don't have my own buyer needs, which, I will, but I'm not even trying to approach buyers at this point. I want to just get the listing. And I can see what other people are paying. I can see that this transacted at this price per square foot or this kind of cap rate or whatever, but I know the averages and stuff a lot of times don't make sense. And like an end user or something has a totally different price in mind, or, a commitment they're willing to make. My point is, I would like to know what kind of technology everybody else is using, if anybody has any, or do we have a technology department that can help? Because I'm getting my first, in a half hour, I have bold, sorry, whatever it's called, the CRM that they're gonna show me where you guys are putting in your listings and stuff. I'm wondering if anybody else is using a different CRM and has a dialer that they're using that they would recommend. Anything like that, if anybody wants to share, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm overwhelmed in evaluating these things and all I want to do is get on the phone.
Mary, where are you located?
I'm in Southeast Florida. I'm in Boca Raton. I'm also licensed in California.
Oh, okay. Just commercial, or you did residential?
I want to do commercial. I've sold residential, but I would prefer to
Okay.
focus myself on commercial.
Yeah, I think the commercial trainings are pretty good. I was on CoStar one for 6:30, and I think the EXP's posting all those. There's it's a lot. It's like drinking off a water hose sometimes. So I kind of like relaxed a little bit, but they're pretty good. And then like they'll show you how to prospect in CoStar. And then I think John, who's like the operations guy for us, he does some pretty good trainings. Like if you don't know what you want to get into, then like those are the forums. Like they have the industrial one, they have all of those office space. Like people are going like office to residential. That's really hot. I just picked up a land deal by most of you guys over in Lincoln, and that was a bankruptcy transaction. So like there's just so much to hit, and I think like Coach probably told you, like we're all, or you heard from Steven and everybody else, we're kind of more generalists. So if a deal comes, it's like, okay, how do we attack it, right? Or there's a like restaurant, or I just got this coffee shop, like if you want to work that deal or farm it out. So yeah, they have I think CoStar is what a lot of people use, and you'll say like a lot of people are just using Excel sheets, believe it or not. And then depending on what you niche in, there's different like lead providers and stuff like that. But I think like the CoStar is what a lot of people are using, and they're niching based on that, because a lot of these deals are off market, like way more so than the residential space, and they're in the know, like, oh, so and so, yeah, I'm willing to sell if I get a deal. It's kind of like always informal, so there's like this off market stuff is like really out there. And I'm seeing a lot in, just dabbling my feet with it. So I think those trainings would be very, very helpful, for you to niche. And they have all the different niches, office, retail. Like, for example, I have this land deal, but it's like retail. And then like, is there any play for like trying to do like multi-use or residential? I don't really know. So that's like something I'm going to research on this like land deal we just got up north in Lincoln by Sacramento. So, should be fun. And then like I did a daycare, so I think sometimes it's just getting a deal, and then, you can kind of just take it from there. That's my advice. And then I don't know if you came around. I think Steven was really, and some of the other people were good with LinkedIn and adding residential realtors and putting his posts and putting the team's posts or putting EXP's deals out there, like they're kind of your own, and kind of engaging residential realtors, because it's a good source of business. So we were all going on LinkedIn, adding, like 5 or 10 a day, and just asking if they have any commercial needs. I mean, it doesn't even have to be EXP. Like I'm partnering with a gal. Actually, she has a buyer looking for something in Westwood. I'm trying to do the listings too, but she had like a buyer need for like West LA. So that could be something like Federico and I can like probably work on, or something like that. or another EXP agent. But I think that would be my best thing for you. It's almost like anything hits, but the LinkedIn's pretty easy to do. It's just boring, I think, just copy and pasting and, you know, hitting up 10 realtors a day. But it's good because like they, you know, they run into it, right? Sometimes they're not going to service the commercial, and they can't most of the time. Well, they can, but most of the time the residential agents won't touch it. So you can partner with them on it as well.
Are they sending you listing leads or just buyer needs?
The
agency.
I had it from my old database. So when I came for residential, I hit people up for commercial. So we have a caller who just calls on the residential stuff for commercial from a lot of old leads. So it's asking people, some of these guys, they have houses too, right? So, you know, so we're asking there. That's one of the things we're doing. We're looking to a lead source. Another one was like a bankruptcy referral. The agents, one was like a tenant, like a sublease. I got those. We got a restaurant, a sale for one, but she got foreclosed on. Unfortunately, that was in San Fran. So I think it's just whatever. I'm pretty new to it, so I can't like tell you, but Coach swears by the LinkedIn because he gets hit up all the time. And I think LJ got a listing with Coach on a foreclosure or something like that. I don't know if LJ's still on the phone, but that's a listing deal that they're working out in LJ's area in Southern California.
Yeah,
Who
we
else in
still have
SoCal?
that.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I apologize.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I wonder if we have like a map of where everybody's at, because I'm not in California. I can list in California, but I wouldn't mind, you know, if it's not for me or something, putting it to you guys. I have a lot of residential agents in California because I was one for a little while there.
Yeah, hit them up, see if they have commercial needs. And then even in Florida, in your city, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're just adding realtors on LinkedIn, you know, and like 10 a day. And then just, hey, do you guys have need any help? And they're not all EXP. It's just like, they don't know what to do with it. I went to what is that, California Association of Realtors meeting. It was kind of by my house over here in South Coast Plaza Mall area. And I went there and I just, like Coach said, I wear the EXP commercial stuff and had the, you know, the business cards, and like somebody's like, oh yeah, I think this guy wants to sell. They don't know what to do with it. So it's a better form of prospecting. I feel it's not as hard, you know, and I think like some of the guys were saying, it's kind of boring to do the cold calling. So I find that the LinkedIn and going to these conferences have been pretty good as well.
Does anybody in here do cold calling prospecting off of CoStar? No one. Okay, thank you.
We're gonna start.
Yeah, I'm looking for, I'm figuring that it's probably, I was hoping that I could go and swipe a bunch of data, throw it into an Excel, upload it to an auto dialer, and just know that everybody in here owns a gas station. I'm calling gas stations today. That's what I want to sell. That shit's not going to be affected by anything. That's what I'm going to call. So I'm going to call everybody who has one, and I just want the dialer to be calling. And I just want to know that I've already checked them off. They're not listed for sale. They have a loan due in 3 years, whatever. They meet my criterion, and I want to upload it to a dialer, and I just want it to go and connect me when there's a live person. Because all of this stuff where I'm like combing through and I'm looking at the property on one page, and there's like this person and that person, I'm just so stuck in my head trying to and I'm so distracted by that like I don't want to do it that way, but I do want to call. I want to prospect.
Check with the that Slack channel. You can ask some of the people or EXP World. Sometimes they're pretty good. I don't know of anybody else who makes calls. We're gonna start. John did a training, and I think Coach brought this up, that a lot of the multi-units, their loans, because the interest rate went higher, the notes are kind of technically under default. It's not like residential, right? So they have to have a certain cash flow, and because the rates went up. So we're going to be calling a lot of those people where they're definitely like investment properties, and basically they have to restructure a loan. And the problem is the banks aren't restructuring the loan either. So multi-unit people are like trading and doing these things. The other thing is, Coach brought this up, was that like I got this deal from it was actually an old residential lead, and we have a cold caller, and they're calling for commercial business, and it was like a 21 unit over here in Orange County, and instead of trading to a multifamily, going to a triple net property. So Coach was talking about his Dutch Brothers deal. So like there's this old guy in LA, another guy I met, he had like 8 doors in South Central LA, and we're trying to push him on that. He's like, hey, you don't need to do anything. So imagine Starbucks, they pay for all the maintenance, they pay for everything. And it's like for the next 10 years, your cash flows, you don't have to evict anybody, you don't have to be the plumber. So those are kind of ways too. But there's a training, I think, from John, I forget his last name, Tro, someone with a T. He's the operations, like head of operations, but he had a video on it. And then CoStar, either you could call CoStar or there's like videos and trainings on that. But that's what we're gonna hit. But I think, like Coach said, you just get anything and run with it, you know? Like there's a coffee shop lease. I'm like, all right, I haven't really done that, but you know, I'm down, and it just creates like the story, right? You know, maybe they have to sell something else in order to do it. You know, I don't really know, but I do have friends who own restaurants, but you know, it'd be my first actual, you know, coffee type deal. And I don't really want to do that, you know, but you know, at least with a commercial lease, you can get paid pretty, you know, decently. If it's an industrial building, I think one of our friends made like $100,000 on a big industrial building. So I don't know, not sure if that helps. There's just so much to do. So I feel like, you know, you got to pick like kind of a strategy and go with it. Like you said, the calls, and that might not be a bad place in Slack, or ask EXP World or ask John if anybody has like a system they're exporting, skip tracing, because the skip tracers on CoStar are pretty good. The numbers are pretty good, I hear.
Okay, thanks.
I just messaged Paul. I'm gonna open up this Slack channel, and what I'd like you guys to do, like I said, this is the beginning of it, and so it's on us to make it active so we can drive more traffic to it. But if you could go ahead and join, I unlocked the Mentee channel and the PDF group channel. When you click on that, I'll give it about a day. Please manually join the Mentee channel if you're a mentee, and then please join the PDF group channel if you're in the PDF group, because it's a whole lot easier having me just unlock it and then you enter it yourself, because I'm going to lock it in 24 hours. So
I'm joining in now.
Did you send that over already, Steve?
Yeah, it's in the chat right here.
What does it mean to be a mentee? Okay, so some of us are mentees and some of us are on a co-sponsor. Do we need to select which, or just go in both?
No, so you'll know if you're a mentee, you'll know.
Okay.
Right. So because I'm gonna lock those. So the idea with this, as soon as I don't know if people are familiar with Slack, but like I said, EXP is 80,000 people have to download Slack. So as part of what we're doing is trying to grow our group, right? Get people in the organization. Well, you have to have a place to communicate, and this is what we've set up. Well, since 80,000 people have to download it anyways, that's a good start. So we created our own channel that's going to be a lot more manageable. Like I said, I guess I'm sort of taking on the role of the Slack expert, as much as I hate it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But I did create a Start Here channel that it should be the first thing that you see when you enter. Do not ask me any questions unless you've read that thing, because it's very likely that the question that you have may be addressed in that long form post.
Okay, Stephen, I have a real quick question. No, I'm just playing.
Did you read the thing?
I was just playing.
But make sure you set up your bio too, like with location, because like say I'm looking for somebody in Florida, right? I can just, even if I don't know you, like as if we get a ton of people in here rolling in here, right? I could search, right, for people, Florida, right? And then it'll pop up with everybody in Florida that puts it in their bio. So anything that you want to be a searchable term, put that in your bio. Okay. If you want industrial, multifamily in Florida and Texas, Mexico, right? Put that in there. We're starting with a small group. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 16 of us in this room, right? So our hope is by the end of the year, we have a few hundred. And so those few hundred people have to go through us in this Slack channel. We're the foundation for it. but it only lives if we allow it to live and if we participate in it. So cool beans. Good.
Thanks, Steven. I sent you a DM because
Okay.
I'm watching on my iPad for Slack, so I don't know if that's gonna work through here, but if you have time, I'll try to.
You sent it on Slack or you sent it?
Slack, yeah, I did a DM. I don't know if that works. I haven't really used it too much, so.
I see. I actually don't see it.
No.
So it looks like we got 4 channels, Steve. 5 channels. 4
That
channels.
you can see, but if you in the instruction, there's actually more. So right now there's the announcement channel. That'll be like here. If I do, so everybody that's in here, new announcement. Hold on. So everybody has automatically joined the announcements channel, I believe, right? So you should have got that notification for like rate instructions, right? That's what I put in there. So there's the announcement channel, start here. There's a mentee, a partner channel, the PDF group channel, and the shared resources channel. I'm hoping that's all self-explanatory. Shared resources, you find something cool, find a cool video, find a new form, drop it in shared resources, right? You want to invite a partner that is outside of the PDF group, but you want them sort of like the EYB meetings, invite them to the group. You can do that by hitting the drop down, invite people to PDF group, and then have them join the partner channel, right? And so that's sort of like inviting people to the EYB meeting. I don't know if everybody knows what the EYB meeting is. I'm thinking that you do. Any other questions?
Go ahead and what's that stand for, Stephen?
Expand your business. It's still one on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
But so oftentimes we invite people to EYB, or you meet people out in the world and you have these like 1 or 2 day conversations, right? And then you sort of lose track of the communication. They lose track of you lose track of that connection. This is sort of to help that connection stick. Invite them to the Slack group, right? So get them in the Slack group, and then they can communicate. They can feel part of something. With most organizations, a lot of people leave because they're like, hey, there was no connection. There was no communication. We're trying to solve that problem right now. So get people in here, get them to stick around, and get them to you can be their sponsors or whatever you want. But the idea is just to have a central place for communication, so the leads that we do get, or the relationships that we do build, they just don't bounce off.
Who in here is in residential in California?
I'll do any deal anywhere.
Any place, anytime.
How about that?
Put that in your bio.
I love that. I love that, Matt.
I got some
I'm
good
gonna make you a
residential
shirt,
listings
man.
right now. So depending on where it's at, Mary, I can help you.
What part of California in?
Northern California, specifically Sacramento County and neighboring counties, I'll mess with. Other than that, I won't touch it.
So do you guys have the same rules over there? I mean, are you a realtor? Because I understand that if we're commercial, we can't be. If we're residential, we have to be.
You have to use a non-member form for EXP commercial.
Yeah. Thank you, Christopher. That's exactly the play.
So how do you get it onto the MLS? You co-list or something, or?
No, Jeffrey Paladin has a list of approved MLSs. So he's part of LA. He's part of Claw. So we have it under that, and then you join it as a non-member under Paladin.
So he's got like the Claw, which is SoCal. He's got Flex, which is Shasta, which is super NorCal, like Tip, and then he's got some Bay Area associations. So we're pretty well covered if we, want to go that route.
Do you guys know who's the top residential EXP agent in California?
All of California, or what?
I haven't looked at it.
I mean, LA County would be best, but all of California, I'm curious, just in case I were to get some sponsor and I wanted to co-sponsor, like I wanted them to sign up under a resi, and just be
It depends. They have like luxury agents. I use the referral thing. I just posted one in referral. I got a call.
I got a
actually.
top one up here, Mary. More northern though, not SoCal. Top one.
Who's that?
Jasmine Sincura.
Jasmine Sankura. Thank you.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking if I do start trying, I'm not ready to try to recruit right now. I'm interested. I just did attend the agent attraction. Like that is attractive about this whole model. Like I want to get selling first. I want to get listings first and sell those. But once I do, and I get successful, I want to bring my friends in, and I would like them to have some extra support like we have here with each other through Paul.
There's some other good residential leaders in our area. Aaron Rawls, Johnny Jennings. Those
Yeah, I
guys are
forgot about
great.
Aaron. Yeah.
I'm pretty, know those guys pretty well. And I don't know too many people that have bad things to say about them, meaning they're just very consistent with the way they treat people. And they've got a very solid, polished reputation for production and service.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hey, Mary, I was going to go back to your question about your lead gen. For me, and just a real quick, CRM, I use Client Look. I like Client Look a lot. But
Thanks.
also for my lead gen, I can tell you, I used what I like most. I came from a brokerage where I had to make 100 cold calls a day using CoStar. So it does get like crazy because they would find us, like we would get in trouble if we didn't hit a certain amount in a day. So I had to make 100 cold calls a day. But what I realized is what has helped me is just pay to play. And it doesn't even have to be your money, right? When I started in EXP commercial, I took the whole first year. So this is my second year with EXP. And I took my entire first year to learn the system, build my systems in EXP, and I did all referrals. I paid the EXP commercial monthly tech fee, but I did all referrals. Residential, commercial, like I did all referrals. That way, in my second year, what turned around was those referrals came back and they brought me referrals. They brought me properties and listings. And also what I do is I also don't mind, when I say pay to play, I don't mind paying people for helping me. So if somebody gave me a lot of advice during a transaction, I'll add them to the transaction to make sure they get paid out. For instance, Paul introduced me to another broker who has a list of clients, a list of buyers. So I told Paul, even though he's not in the transaction at all, and it's not even, like a listing or whatever, it's one of my listings. Even though he's not in the transaction, I said, well, Paul, this is what I'll do. If any of her buyers happen to pick any of my listings, I'm going to cut you a fee for introducing me to her. So I pay brokers for introductions. I know it sounds crazy, but I'll tell them, hey, this is the property that person bought. You introduce me to that person. Send me a referral agreement. This is a property address and the percentage, and I pay.
Great.
Even if it's no more than me paying out on just my side of the deal, I pay out.
That's brilliant. So you're giving like a 25% referral fee, but you're also like throw another 5% to the person who introduced you to that agent who referred you the client.
Right. So, and it may not be a referral fee. So Paul, Paul would be the outside broker, the third broker, right? I have the listing. He introduced me to another broker who has particular clients. So in that case, most people leave that third broker out. They don't give the third broker anything for introducing two brokers. Well, I do. So if you introduce me to somebody and you introduce me to a broker and one of their people work with me, then I pay you. So you have my 50, you have the commission, which I'll split, and then between the seller, broker, me as the listing agent, them as the buyer agent, and then I send out a referral for the broker who introduced me to the broker.
Okay, great.
So that's worked tremendously for me, to the point that one of the listings I have now came from Marcus and Millichap, because that's how me and that young man worked.
That's great. Actually, when you sparked when you mentioned the land for development for a hotel, I immediately thought of a friend, former broker that I worked with that has people that I should connect you with.
Okay, and see something like that, if he comes through and he picks it up, even though like you're on the outside and you just introduce two brokers, the listing and the buyer's agent, I would still, hey, send your information. Here's the information. Here's the address. Send me a referral agreement. Let's
Okay.
get you paid for introducing me. I also, my referral model is just a little different, and it also keeps me with deals and money coming in, is that I pay every time. So if you send me a referral, every time I do a deal with your referral, even if it's 5 years from now, I will contact you. I put your name next to them and I contact you and say, hey, I know it's 5 years later, but that referral you sent me 5 years ago, they want to do another transaction with me. Here's what they want to do. Send me another referral agreement. You get paid every time I work with one of your referrals.
Good. Great. That's brilliant.
So
That's one of the
that's the,
advantages of having a CRM, right? LJ, I mean,
yes.
you can just track it and then everybody's always taken care of.
Absolutely. So they pop up when that person, so say they're, it's Matt Bingham, right? Binghamman, and Mary introduced me to him. In my CRM, when it pops up, it's going to show that note that Mary Willison Willison introduced me to Matt. And I'm going to say, hey, Matt wants to do a deal. It's 10 years later. Send me a referral agreement, because you're going to constantly get paid every time. Because if you would not have introduced me to this person, I wouldn't be making money off them. I don't miss money I never had. So I'm not
Right.
greedy, and I don't miss anything I never had. So I don't mind sharing. If
Great.
one of us is eating, all of us can eat.
Yes. Can I bother you separately about your, whatever you were using when you were doing these 100 calls a day? Because I want to be making like 100 to 200 calls a day. And you said you were doing that through CoStar. So if you don't mind, I might call you after this and see if you can tell me what was all being used.
No problem.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
they were paying, he paid 100, he was paying 100 and like $7,000 a year just, so I was using CoStar, Salesforce, Client Look, Land Vision, RealNext, like in every single thing I was using it. And it got crazy, but once I got the system down, then it was pretty good to go. And that's why I was able to see, what platforms have better information, contact information, which ones you're going to end up calling. They'll give you 10 numbers. You're going to call at least 5 of them before you get to a good number. So
Yeah, I would like to just be able to upload that into something though, and it just keeps ringing until somebody answers and says hello,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, hi,
mhm.
and I got them, and then everybody else stops ringing for a minute. I talk to this person, I add them to my database, we make a connection, whatever, and then ring again, let's go. And it's burning through like 25 numbers at a time or something, and it just connects me. I know it's out there, I just don't know what it's called yet, how much it
Yeah.
costs, like,
Batch
I
dialer will do
Dialer.
exactly that,
Yeah.
which
Mary.
one?
What is it?
Batch dialer, I would
Batch
usually
dialer.
use like 3 to 4 numbers and they would dial them all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then if one picked up, it would just cut the others loose. And if I had options, I could take notes. It would actually pull up the property, some details about it. It's been a few years, but it was nice because it had the option to like put on a do not call list, a follow up. Like it had the predestined buttons, so you could track all this stuff, and you would just upload the CSV download file with all the info. And then if it was a wrong number, you could note it in there as well, and it would just track it all. So as far as like efficiency goes, it was the biggest way to save time rather than
Yeah.
just, punching your phone all day. And
I need that. I need something like that because otherwise I have 3 different browsers with 40 tabs open. I have some severe ADHD and I can just lose what was I doing? switching between screens, like what was I doing while I'm looking at this? I'm overthinking. I just want to be able to shut everything out and just let it go and talk to people. So
Kimberly put something in the chat. Thank you, because for me, guys, it was
what? I lost you.
Lost you there, LJ.
Your sound went out.
Talk about a cliffhanger.
She's not muted. It must be her connection.
Yeah, she might be in a spotted area.
Okay,
Hey,
so I'm
real
looking
quick.
for
Dialer is pretty popular from what if I recall.
which one?
Moho Dialer?
Mojo.
MOJO?
Yeah, Mojo. Yeah.
Mojo? Yeah, Mojo. Sorry.
I like the sound of the
Reonomy plus Moho.
Reonomy. Thank you.
Real quick question. It looks like LJ's connection went out. I just wanted to ask, are there any things that we want to focus on for our next either Wednesday or Friday call? I could do my best to help prepare to get some of this stuff up if anybody has anything. And maybe that's a great segue to further leverage the Slack channel, but just try to be more prepared if there's, items that are really dragging us down and limiting our production that we want to talk about as far as lead gen, or if there's transactional items we need to discuss, or if there's anything like that, let's be proactive and use that Slack channel maybe to put those topics down. So, so we can get the most out of our time here.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
for sure. Oh, sorry, just a quick thing. Like all the stuff that's going in this chat, it's all going to disappear when this call ends. So Mojo, if you didn't take notes, this is stuff that we could just be dropping into the PDF group channel. That's sort of going to be the new best practice. Whether or not we turn the chat off or not, I don't know. But I know that all announcements are going to start funneling through the Slack channel. How long that transition is, like from email over to Slack, it might be a certain length of time, but downloading the Slack channel and downloading Slack and putting it on your phone and computer is probably going to be necessary moving forward. So
Thank you for setting that up, Steve.
yeah, no, it was a hassle.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the Mojo Dialer. Thank you for all those things. I'm learning too, because don't laugh at me, guys. I still send out actual letters in the mail.
Oh,
I bet not see none of y'all laughing.
no,
You
I was
still
about
say
to do
what?
that. I was about to do that.
Nobody does it
Good
anymore.
work, especially when you sign them.
Yeah, and I'm trying to move into the newer century. Like I said, my training was so old school,
No,
but I
that
can't
old
be
school
mad at
stuff
it.
is still good too. I did have a quick question on networking groups. Man, I joined the Chamber of Commerce. It actually got me a deal relatively quickly, but I wanted your guys' take because there's so many network groups, and then this BNI thing is reaching out. That sounds sort of like, I don't know if that is worth it. Have you guys had an experience with BNI?
You have to be very committed. Like if you don't show up to the weekly meeting or have a replacement, they'll boot you out. It's a lot. It just depends on your level of commitment.
What is the BMI?
BNI.
BNI, yeah. So it's supposed to be like a networking group. They only take like one of each.
Oh yeah, Connor's in one.
Yeah, but then like
Business
you're supposed to refer only within that circle, and then they track your like metrics, like you haven't been doing referrals or you haven't been bringing people in.
Well, ask Connor because he's in one. I was going there for a minute, but I got denied actually.
I'm hoping I get denied.
It works for me, guys. Like if you get in the small one, the one here, it's small. And basically I get a lot of referrals because they don't have a residential agent. So I get a lot of the residential referrals as well as the commercial. But I also give them a lot of referrals because we're in real estate. Say, hey, there's a contractor in here. There's a guy that does fire extinguishers. I think I referred him out for 3 jobs, just doing a fire extinguisher at foster homes. So it worked for me. It's worked. I've actually made back the $700 I paid.
By the way, I wanted to do BNI, but there's already an agent in there, so I have to wait to see if they drop or not. So if you have the opportunity to do it, it's
Yeah, I have the opportunity to be a founding member for an area.
Talk to them, Eva. They may let you in as commercial. They did it for me. So when I first
there's
joined,
actually
there
a
was
commercial agent there from CBRE.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
But if you could be a founding member, like
Yeah.
they also do a
That's
ton of
good.
marketing, so you're literally paying for the fee and then they're going to market for you.
Okay, because I mean, it seems like a lot. I don't know. I guess now I was hoping that you guys would co-sign my BS on not wanting to do it, but it sounds like I should do it now. So now I regret talking to you people. Thanks a lot.
Well, on that note, because I've been trying to figure out which direction to go, I've got kids, we homeschool, I work, I do a ton of stuff. So I'm really trying to be efficient with my time. And I'm looking into trying to get on like a planning commission board in my district, but I mean, they're really making me jump through some hoops here. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. October's the date where they're gonna put someone in there, but that's where I started. I think the business network and investment, the BNI stuff is good. I just trying to be calculated with my efforts. So this is a good conversation because I think that's kind of the best place to go, right? For some of these more um, these better introductions and building these relationships in the professional atmosphere. So
Yeah,
I love
I
those
think you're right.
conversations.
Yeah, that chamber was good for me too. The Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
I became an ambassador there. Now I got to do other stuff, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I went to a chamber meeting the other day, and it was for a residential company opening up, and I was the star of the show just because I was with PDF, and everybody was flocking to me talking about Paul Frank, Paul Frank, Paul Frank. So I made 2, 3 connections. I hooked one up with Paul already. So yeah, it went good. I was surprised actually. The best chamber meeting I've ever been to as far as like building relationships.
Which chamber are you a member of, Kenny?
Folsom.
Got it.
But the event I attended was for more commercial real estate. They just opened their office on Sutter Street, and they've always been in a residential, but they
Oh, it was I know him. What's his name?
they launched a commercial division.
Yeah, he's with KW, huh?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Forgot his name.
But I met a lot of good contacts there. I'm actually going to meet with one at 1 actually in an hour. So
Nice.
Hey guys, an
Nice.
additional group that I have joined here in Phoenix. I don't know if every state does this, but economic development. So ours is specifically called Arizona Association for Economic Development. A lot of municipal directors of economic development, as well as just members of the economic development teams, are in there. I'm really green and brand new to EXP as well as real estate. So I'm looking to utilize those connections that I've made with my backgrounds in planning. So I was in that for planning. So they've known me as a land use planner, but moving forward, I mean, it's given the opportunity to attend events where they're like, hey, in our municipality, we're looking for commercial or healthcare in these exact sectors. So if you have clients that you can connect with them, yeah, government contracts are always really pretty to work with as well.
Nice.
Great tips. Well, guys, I got to cut this meeting short. I got stuff to do. Hit that Slack channel or send Paul an email.
thank you, man. Happy birthday too, by the way.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
happy
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
All right,
Later.
man.